Well, thanks everyone. It's been a long few days. I'd like to thank the returning officer and his staff, the police, the Alexandra Palace electricians, my agents Joe, Yvonne and Phil, Laurie for driving me, and all my helpers, volunteers who are too many to mention, both in the party and further afield. I'd like to thank the bloggers and the third-party campaigners who are nothing to do with the Labour Party but have independently played such an important role in our victory today. And I'd like to thank the other candidates for a fair campaign. I'd like to thank my partner Linda for her support. And above all, I'd like to thank the people of Barnet and Camden for their confidence in choosing me to represent them on the London Assembly. And in doing that, I'd particularly like to thank the people of Hendon. I've been genuinely touched by the warmth they've shown me as I've gone round on the campaign trail over the last few weeks. I've missed representing them, and for what they tell me, they've missed me representing them too. But it's clear that we want support not just from traditional Labour voters, but from Liberal Democrats, from Greens, from disaffected Conservatives, all who wanted to see a change in their Assembly representation. We scored a pretty good result. A 12% swing to Labour, a majority of 20,000 votes. We've given a bloody nose for the out-of-touch Conservative and Liberal Democrat government. And we've done that not just here, but throughout the country. We've seen a vote against the NHS top-down reorganisation, which is destroying our health service. We've seen a vote against the government for the rich at the expense of the least well-off. We've seen a vote against a government guilty of such serial incompetence that they've entered a new word for it, omnishambles. The Labour Party has consolidated in Camden and is back in business in Barnet. In East Finchley we won a by-election with nearly 78% swing to Labour. Today's magnificent result for the Assembly election. And on the 31st of May, I'm looking forward to welcoming Andreas as a new councillor for Barnet for Brunswick Park. This is the springboard to take Barnet Council back in 2014 and to increase Labour's majority in Camden in the same year. It's a springboard for 2015 the general election and taking back the parliamentary seats we've lent to the Tories for one term. And it's a clear message to Barnet Council. Barnet needs a review of policy, of parking and of the non-Barnet policy alike. And it's a great vote of confidence for Camden Council as well, who've worked so hard to build an effective administration, protecting services against the devastating Tory cuts that they've had to deal with. It's a vote for Camden in standing up for local communities over the Conservatives' plans for HS2. But today's not just about the GLA in Camden either. The Primrose Hill by-elections show the slumping majority for Labour too, with our new councillor, Lazzarello Petronelli, scoring 1,000 majority over both the Liberal Democrats and 1,000 majority over the Conservatives as well. I'd like to thank the electorate for their confidence in me. It won't be misplaced, and I'm very pleased to be joining a much stronger GLA Labour group with our wins elsewhere in London. It will be my job to hold the Mayor to account. It will be my job to work for policies that Barnet and Camden want to see on behalf of the people of Barnet and Camden, in the Assembly and beyond. Better policing, better transport, better housing. These are the challenges facing London, along with the cost of living. And I'll be looking out of City Hall, not facing it, because it's vitally important that the Assembly now engages with the public in a way that it's never done before, to spread the Labour message and to make sure that we listen to the people in a way that the Conservatives have so far failed to do, and make sure their message gets home. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my 9th public election as a candidate. I've won 8, lost 1 by a whisker. But this is the most bizarre election I've ever fought so far. I've never seen such pop-up campaigns anywhere. Shopkeepers, parking residents, public service users, even Tories coming along to demand the result they've had today. It's often been said that at election times, politicians go out of their way to annoy the electorate, but I never saw that as a political strategy. Can I say a word about Brian Rowe? Some have urged me to repay in kind the way he commented on Nicky Gavron the last time. But I'm not going to do that, because I believe in magnanimity and victory. And I say this to Brian, I know all too well what it's like to lose an election, albeit not by such a majority as today. I know what it's like to lose a job in an instant that I enjoyed and worked hard to both achieve and, in my view, to deliver. Brian needs time to go away, lick his wounds and contemplate on the ills of political hubris. He has taken a pretty heavy battering today from all round, and I don't like to kick a man when he's down. Politics in London is certainly going to be less colourful without him there, but I also think that people have shown it's going to be a better, more conciliatory and consensus footing for politics in London in the future. Thanks once again to the voters, thank you all, and now down to work.